Hello and welcome everybody to 2019. We're breaking the mold here. We're not discussing vintage here. We're discussing modern, contemporary clubs that I want to talk about. This is it, the M5. Look at the weight. You can adjust the weights. See, I put them right here online, but you can put them back here. You can put them wherever you want. There was somebody who won the Masters using this, not this club, but this model of club, the M5 driver. Let's see, what was his name? He goes by like Tiger Woods or something. In 2019 won the Masters. So to me, this is always just a really cool driver. Like they pack it full of fun tech, whether, it's just pushes it to the limit. It doesn't matter how they do it, but they did it in a fun way. And I like that. So I'm just excited about this club. I want to talk about it. Buckle up, everybody. We're just rewinding the clock 6 years. At the making of this video, it's 2025. The 2019 M5. Look at this M5 driver. Like so many other things, we look to the soul. M5 clearly written here. Taylormade right here. The loft right here. You can see they put the speed slot right here, which they totally stole from Adams Golf, which I would never bring up in a review. We have adjustable weights. You can slide them forward or aft or side to side. It's just a really spaceshipy looking, you can see the toe decal right here. It's just a really spaceshipy looking driver here. I'm not sure if any of this is going to focus. Anyway, it does have twist face right here. Can you see the twist face? And they put these little screws here. Supposedly these are ports where they can inject some sort of epoxy or resin or something to bring this as close as they possibly can to the limit of legality. I have no idea if that's just a gimmick. To me, it does kind of seem like a gimmick because you could do that with just, I don't know, a solid piece of titanium. Anyway, you can see this, silver top line right here, Taylormade logo. M5 again right here, which looks like car badging to me. And this little red line all the way around the outside of the crown as it approaches the skirt. And you can see there is kind of this concave little lip around the skirt. Just a really loud, interesting bling, looks like a tennis shoe kind of driver here. Let me spin all the way around so you can see the skirt, the sole, and the face with those interesting grooves. This does have an adjustable neck. You can see right here, adjustable hosel. This one in particular came with this Tensai stiff flex shaft, Mitsubishi, and it has a multi-compound grip which has seen a lot of wear. So lovely driver. Look at, that's what it looks like at a dress. Just beautiful. Let me spin this around for you. Just absolutely beautiful. That's not really gonna look really good. So I guess the next thing to do is get this out on the range and see how it feels. We have one Taylormade M5. Look at the weight position. The weight's two of them. They're in the center channel. So I'm here today on a mission. Not just to talk about the M5, sure, but I'm thinking about replacing my Taylormade M2, which is the driver I currently use when I go and play golf games. There is a little bit of a breeze here coming from that direction. You guys can see the flags. You guys can see what direction it's coming from left to right and into a little bit. And my M2 has been a really good driver. I really like it for a lot of reasons. It's Taylormade. It has a loud crack when you hit it. The carbon fiber top. This is different in that it's not quite as loud, right? So the M2 has a glossy carbon fiber look and this huge white front line on the top line. And so this always looked a little more refined. I don't like the gimmicky, like, what do they call it? Injection face, resin injection face, whatever. Not a huge fan of that. Don't care for that. But that said, I think it looks absolutely stunning. Like, looking down at it. It's more subtle, has this little red line around the outside, the little racing stripe here, and the matte carbon fiber. It looks forgiving. I mean, what's not to like about it? Shaft is fine.
Head is fine. The grip is a multi-compound, still has plenty of life left in it, half QWERTY grip. So the weights could be all the way in the back, and I can adjust them, for max forgiveness. If I want max forgiveness, I'll probably go with an M6, which, is on my list of drivers to try here. But yeah, this has a place in my heart because a certain Tiger, what was his last name? Oh, Woods, yeah, Tiger Woods, won the 2019 Masters, not with this exact driver, but with an M5 model. Okay, so yeah, there's something to say about coolness factor, and come on, it's awesome. All right, let's tee it up here and see what comes out. It's very much what I bring to the table here. So, yeah, looking down at it, nothing offensive about it. The Taylormade logo looks like it's slightly heel biased because it does have that long curve up here, so it looks like there's a lot of space up here by the toe, where the Taylormade logo looks like it's closer to the hosel than to the toe. But when you look at the face, it's probably the middle of the face, but it is just how it looks. Anyway, so where are my feet pointed? A little to the left of those signs. All right, let's just take a normal swing and see what comes out. That was pretty straight. A little left of those signs. Carried about, it looks like it landed around the 250. I'll collect some data. You'll see some data at the end. I'll just hit a few shots, give you an idea of what's coming out on the other end. So, I mean, it felt amazing. Like, I was afraid that, like, that gimmicky, like, epoxy filled face would deter from this. So now I'm going to play a little bit with it. I'm going to weaken my grip a little bit and see if I can hit my usual fade and see what comes out. That was a mishit on the heel. It is coming back, so there is some forgiveness there. But yeah, that was a pulley fade. I didn't want to hit a pulley fade. I wanted to hit a fade fade. We're going to try one more time. That was just my strike. I think everything else was fine. That was just my strike. Here we go. Try again. There we go. Maybe a little more fade than I wanted. But yeah, that's more fade than I wanted. So I need to tone that back just a little bit. Anyway, I'm confident I could dial this in. It feels really good, and I could really game this. It's just I'm not sure this. I love this, like I love my M2. I'll try it a little bit more. I'll try the M6, and we'll see where I go. There are some other clubs on my list that could replace my M2. But let me know your thoughts, memories. Taylormade M5.
This driver feels like a modern driver. Recently, I hit the AI Smoke, whatever, Callaway driver, which is even more recent than this. And I personally have trouble telling the difference besides the looks. Obviously, they both use lots of carbon fiber, but top line, this one has that silver line, right? My Gamer is an M2, which has this massive white top line, but this one has that more subtle gray line. It looks a little more classy, matte finish. But compared to like the feel and the distance, I get the same numbers out of this as I did with the AI Smoke driver thing, whatever that's called by Callaway. So as far as a driver, this is perfectly modern, perfectly acceptable. You buy used one of these, I don't see a need for my game. Everybody's different. You have to decide for yourself. For my game, I'm not going to get enough of a difference for me to care between this and something that came out this year or last year. So love this driver as a driver, just a hit as a gamer, okay? Now, to me, what makes this driver fun are these two additional things. For starters, Tiger Woods used an M5 to win the Masters. And to me, that's cool. That was a big deal. at his age, with his tour victories and all of his majors, to win again at the Masters in 2019. That's huge. And the M5 carried him. He used the M5. It's pretty impressive how talented and amazing that performance was. So that's the first thing that's super cool about this driver. So every time I pull it out, I'm just like, I am Tiger Woods. Obviously, I'm not. You'll see the data at the end. Not even close, but that's how I feel, and that's what's important. The other thing is I love the ridiculous technology. I love it. I understand. Engineering-wise, it doesn't matter. Well, we maxed out the face to the limit. Yeah, guess what? You don't need to put these little screws here. You don't need to inject it with whatever you claim to have injected it with to bring it to that. You could have just used a slab of titanium and you could have done the same thing. Why didn't you just do that? It doesn't matter because they did. There are two little screws here. Why are they there? It's weird. It's fun. And it's interesting. And that's the key. Interesting. This is an interesting driver. Now, Taylormade's just, let's just make it all carbon fiber, cut costs. We're going to use aluminum frames instead of titanium. Come on. Taylormade, really, this is, I think, is where they're really, starting to peak with like the right mixture of materials. And so it really captures my attention. It sounds good, feels good, and it's just enough ridiculous for me to love. Like the movable weights and stuff. This is something that I love. I love this. But is it in my bag? No. Because of my personality, right? And everybody out there is different. To me, this is the more interesting driver. But I still have this M2 in my bag. Why is that? It's because of simplicity. It's because I'm used to it. It's just because of comfort levels. Look at this. Oh, the weight. It's not movable. It's just going to be the same every time. Nobody can fiddle with it. My boy can't just fiddle with it and move the weights. And I'll be like, oh no, I'll never get it dialed in exactly right, perfect again, right? It doesn't matter because it's fixed. That huge white top line. It's loud, it's bling, it's everything I want. Is it? Do I think this is cool? Yes, I think it's cool. Do I like the little weird face things? From an interesting standpoint, yeah. But do I want that on my gamer? No. But that's my personality, okay? So for me, I love my M2. It's hard for me to let go of this. 2017, 2 years later, they came out with this, all right? So this is, probably more akin to the M6 than the M5, but very cool. All right, so if somebody came to me and said, should I get the M5 or the M6? I'd say, take your pick. Right? But for me personally, I would choose the M5 because of that Tiger Woods association. The M6, awesome. No complaints. M5, a little bit more Tiger Woods awesome sauce in that. Makes it a little bit more delicious, okay? Love this driver. But it's not going in my bag. Let me know your thoughts, comments, memories. I imagine lots of people watching this still game the M5. It's been around for 6 years at the making of this video, 2025. Came out in 2019. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. It's just general support. It helps keep this channel alive, helps keep me motivated to make these videos. Thank you to all my patrons again. Another way you can support this channel is by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. I am The Vintage Golfer.
But let me know your thoughts and memories. Taylormade M5. Oh, brother, let's see. Hit that 250 marker. A little to the right of the 250 marker. And one more shot at that 250. Come on, you got it. Oh, it looked like it hit the flag over the 250 marker. That was amazing. Is this still recording?